Hello and welcome to AmakhosiTalks. If it is your first time visiting here, please do subscribe and don't forget to turn your post notification bell on so that you are notified whenever we make a new upload. Also, to show your love and support, please give this video a like, as it also helps the channel to grow and reach more Khosi fans out there. Well, Khosi Nation, our season so far is almost like a nightmare that never seems to end. Honestly speaking, looking at how well we did last season in almost winning the league, you probably would have put your best bet that this season we were going to win it. However, we couldn't have been far from it. It has just been problem after problem for us, both on and off the pitch. Certainly, in my years of supporting our club, I genuinely think this has been the toughest test. But having said that, I should maintain that I don't think we will be fighting any relegation battle as some people have already thought. Personally, I do think the team has been gradually improving in terms of how we apply ourselves in games. But it's only individual mistakes that have denied us the opportunity to turn the situation around. After all is said and done, I still believe that we can still have a decent season. A few results that can go in our favor, and if we can field our best squad on the field, then it shouldn't be a problem. And now guys, without wasting any more time, going straight into our next fixture, which is in the DStv Premiership. This Saturday, we host Bloemfontein Celtic at the FNB Stadium. And just like the previous game against SuperSport United, you cannot ignore the threat that Bloemfontein Celtic possesses. They recently lost to our eternal rivals, Orlando Pirates, in the MTN 8 final. And if you did watch that game, then you would know how good they can get if you do give them the opportunity to do so. On the outside, I think coach John Maduka has a very promising squad which has a very direct and unique way of playing. And again on Saturday, they will look to stamp their own authority on the match. Now, looking at Bloemfontein Celtic's form in the league, I don't think they would have done what they intended to do or what they intended to start with themselves. Because in the 6 games that they have played so far, they have won 2 and drew 1, with the other 3 being losses. And one thing that comes with those losses, which I do consider that it will be a confidence booster for us, will be the fact that Bloemfontein Celtic have not done well in their travels this season. They have lost all games that they've played away from their home ground. In addition, our record against them when we play at home is really a good one, as we haven't lost to them in over 5 years. And that is exactly where we should take encouragement from. Bloemfontein Celtic do have the nick to cause problems, but I am confident that with the recent display from our boys, we can come out of this fixture with something. The only area where we need to fix is minimizing the mistakes which bring us under pressure unnecessarily. And that brings me to the topic of Itumeleng Khune. Now guys, I think we all have been behind Itu even during times when Daniel Akpeyi was the preferred choice over him. But lately, he has made very costly mistakes. Now these were mistakes that happened at crucial stages of the match, and they do end up deciding the result. It cannot be argued that after the mistake he made against SuperSport United, his confidence will be very low. Even judging by the interview that he gave after the match, you could tell that his confidence was shattered. And at a time where the team really needs confidence, I would say it does make sense to drop him from the lineup. I think if Khune continues to play under these circumstances and these emotions, he is most likely to commit similar mistakes. And therefore, for this match against Celtic, I think it's better if he watches the match from the stands. Now, that leads to the question, who should be number 1 on Saturday? Do you think Daniel Akpeyi should be the next in line, or does Bvuma deserve a chance? For me though guys, I think this couldn't have happened at a good time. Week in and week out, we are talking about change and freshness in the squad, but much of it still remains the same. And that is why I think Bvuma should be given an equal opportunity. Already this season, we have seen both Akpeyi and Khune being dropped for mistakes that they made during matches, but we haven't seen Bvuma being given that equal opportunity. Also, it does make sense if you think in terms of going forward into the future. Bvuma has been an understudy to Khune for a while now, and in the past, in matches where he played, I don't think he did all that bad. Akpeyi and Khune are well into their 30s now. Sooner rather than later, we are going to need a replacement for them. So, why not take this opportunity to bring in someone who already is familiar with the club and the culture of Kaizer Chiefs? Now guys, have your say in the comments section. It will be interesting to read your thoughts on this topic. And now, finally getting to my ideal lineup and match prediction for the match against Bloemfontein Celtic. Now, I know it may seem too far-fetched at the moment when you take into consideration our recent form, but I do feel like this could be the match that turns our season around. Starting off with my match prediction, I do feel like this may very well be a stalemate on the day between the two teams. But as a hopeful Khosi fan and taking the fact that we haven't lost at home when playing with Celtic in over 5 years, I think we might just win it with 1 goal. Now, of course, keeping a clean sheet has been our number 1 problem lately. But if we can be able to be on the front foot and score first, then we have a very good chance of seeing out the match as winners. Moving on, in terms of the lineup, like I said, I think Bvuma should be given the opportunity in the goalkeeping department. Again, it was so relieving to see Dumisani Zuma back in action after some time out on the sidelines, and I think he should go straight into the starting lineup. In attack, having seen Nukovic in full training, I think we can take a gamble and have him start ahead of Castro. Now, I know for a player who has been out for a while, he shouldn't be rushed, but Castro has really not delivered for us in matches. He is lacking that sharpness in crucial moments of the game, and that is why I think a gamble of just throwing in Samir Nukovic could be the one change and that one push that we've needed this far. Now, as usual, Khosi Nation, leave your starting lineup in the comment section and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. And I will see you in the next upload. Ikhosi, alipheli umoya.